Hey guys, and welcome back to the Cheer from Head to Toe channel. Make sure you're subscribed and liking our content because it helps out me and the team to know what you're liking, what you want to see. Yes, I am very gestural. I love to use my hands to talk. But yeah, anyway, I've got a really exciting video for you today. It is the pros and cons of cheerleading. And it's mainly going to be focusing on university cheerleading, but these tips can be used for cheerleading, you know, any type of cheerleading. But because it's September, can you believe it, Christmas is like around the corner. I'm freaking out. But yeah, it's going to be focusing on university cheerleading and why you should think about joining it, and what are the pros and cons, because I could just ramble on and say about how amazing cheerleading is, which it is. I'm in love with it, obviously obsessed. I have a channel, I have a blog, I'm obsessed with it. But I think you should be made aware of everything, you know, what I can't think of the correct word, but you know, everything that encompasses cheerleading, and if it's the right sport for you, because cheerleading isn't for everyone. It's definitely for me, obsessed, but it isn't for everyone. So I made a list, you can't see it because it's not going to focus on it, a list of all the pros and cons, and I'm going to share those pros and cons with you. So if you like this idea, you want to know if cheerleading's for you, specifically university cheerleading is for you, please keep watching. The colour just changed. Why did it do that? Okay, number one, it's a way to make friends. Like when you come to university, I don't know about you, I was nervous about making friends. Like you're not sure if you're going to get on with your housemates. So I joined cheerleading. I went to my freshman, I joined cheerleading because I wanted to meet people who had, you know, we all have a similar goal. We all like wanted to try it, or you know, already knew what it was. So that's why I signed up to my team, because you make friends. But also the other thing I liked was that I was going to meet people I probably would never meet, people who aren't on my course, people who weren't in my year. I was going to meet a variety of people, and that's why I love cheerleading. And I think, you know, at uni you meet so many people, but also if you do cheerleading outside of uni, you meet so many people. I know doctors, lawyers, vets, you know, all these different people who make shoes, designers, so many different people I've met from cheerleading who we'd never cross paths, and we have a bond because we're all in love with this sport and we want to be part of it. So number one, you will have friends, and two, you'll have a social life, because with cheerleading there's loads of social events, you know. You'll do all different types of things, so it's really fun to have a variety of things to do and different things to experience. So that is one pro. I'm going to do the pros and then I'm going to do the cons. I'm not going to do either or. Next one, life skills. Now I think some people will be like, what, you can learn life skills from cheerleading? Yes, you can. You're going to learn a crazy amount of life skills. The major thing I learned when I was part of my university team was you have to be organised. If you want to be a cheerleader, you need to be organised, because you can't let it affect your grades. Like, as much as I love cheerleading, I'm obsessed. You go to university to get a degree, you know, to get the highest level you can possibly get. So you don't want to fail it because you're out loving life being a cheerleader, you know, going to all socials, trainings, competitions. You need to be organised. Another thing, yeah, you learn to be disciplined. Like, you have to be organised, but you also have to be disciplined. Sometimes you can't go to everything you want to go to, because if you want to be on that cheer team, what else have I put? You'll be committed to your team, because you know it takes up a lot of your time, and you can't just fly in and out when you want to. It doesn't work like that. Oh yeah, and you'll learn to budget. So teach you all these. It's important to know how to budget, because in real life you're going to need to know how to budget your money. You're going to need to learn to be committed to your job, dedicated, you know, go that extra mile. And you learn all these things through cheerleading, like slowly but surely, and you come out. And I do think cheerleading really does help develop your personal character. So it keeps you fit. Anyone who does cheerleading knows that cheerleading keeps you fit, you know. It is great for the all over body, because you do, like, resistance, muscle strengthening, you do flexibility, you do cardio, you do core work, you do all these things. And the best thing I like about cheerleading and why I love it is because you're doing all this intense activity, but it doesn't, or to me it doesn't feel like, I don't know, because you're doing a stand, or you're doing a basket, or you're doing a tumble, or you're jumping, or you're dancing. For me it's not as boring as if, like, you go to the gym and you feel like, oh, you know, it's good for you. Cheerleading, you get to hit all the components that you need to hit, and it's fun. So And I think this is really important, especially in this day and age. Well, it's always been important, but I just think it's more prevalent now. Cheerleading is really good for your mental health. You know, doing exercise is really good for you. It releases endorphins. It keeps it. You know, you're meant to do a certain amount of exercise every day. But I think cheerleading is a good way sometimes to get out your aggression. It's a good way to, what have I put? Yeah, it releases stress, improves your mood. You know, yeah, it's a good way to get out aggression. Sometimes in baskets, if I had a bad day, I'd be like, let's do some baskets, guys, because I'd be like, oh, it's just a good way to relieve some tension. Also, it gives you another group of people to talk to and express, you know, if you're having a rough day or you're not feeling that great, you know. One thing I liked about being on my uni team was that, you know, you have people who are like third years, and sometimes I would talk to them about issues like with my course, or like, oh, I'm struggling with this, or I don't know how to do this. And because they've been there, done it, you know, it was someone to talk to who could help and, you know, show you that it's not going to be as bad as you think. And it's also good that you just have more people to talk to. Like, cheerleading really is a family, and people care, people want you to succeed, so they'll give you advice, and I really, really appreciated that. Okay, another thing is showmanship. Cheerleading, like, teaches you how to be confident, and it teaches you how to fake it until you actually feel it. The one thing I loved about cheerleading is you learn to give off that sass, that flair, you learn how to sell yourself, and you learn it. For me, it was really important because when I first started my uni cheerleading, I was a bit shy, a bit timid, and I just fell in love with performing, and like love going out to the judges and being like, I'm amazing, love me. Like, I would go out there and just give it all, and you really learn how to present yourself. I just loved that side of things, you know, the passion you show, and when you're dancing you're like smiling and you're like winking and you're like just doing everything, being over the top. I loved it, and that, you know, keeping that progression going, I do feel like that's helped me to be more confident in life, and, you know, just be able to go up to people and present myself to people, and, you know, like, just, I don't know, I feel like cheerleading has taught me to be confident and be proud in myself and be confident in myself, because you have to be that in a routine no matter what, you know. This is for university cheerleading, but also normal cheerleading as well. You learn to you'll experience a variety of things. Like, while I was part of my university cheerleading, we mainly just did competitions, but we also I did some charity events. We went to we did some like game day performances. We did different types of performances. So you do a variety of things, and you also go to a variety of places. Like, I saw so many places because of cheerleading. Like, you know, I like that you do all these different events, you know, charity events I think are really good, fundraisers are really good, and it's just getting you to experience different things that you might use later on in life, and you just have experience of what those things will be like. So I think that's really important. And one really good thing I love about cheerleading, and I think, you know, I just think you'll love it too, is like going away with your uni team is such a bond. You bond so much when you go away from competition. Like, you're all traveling up together. Like, I don't know, but my uni team, like, we'd all travel up together, and it was just such a bonding experience, you know. like just going, finding it, you know, we didn't always know how to get there, so finding how to get there, and then, you know, having our team meals together, and, you know, waking up early and doing the hair and the makeup and going to support like every team no matter what. Like, that's one thing I love about uni cheer, you know, you're on the pom team, if you just do cheer, you've got to be there. Most people do that in all-star cheer as well, but I loved that. I loved, you know, and you're generally part of every team, not everyone, but most people, if you do pom, you do cheer, because you're just obsessed with it. And going away and bonding together, like having those weekends away where, you know, you have highs, lows, ups and downs, it really bonds you as a team, and you just can't imagine giving it up. Well, I couldn't. I did it all through uni, so I couldn't imagine giving it up. Okay, now I've really thought about these cons, and there are some cons. I don't really see them as that bad cons, but I want to make everyone aware, so here are some cons as well. The first con, I would say, cheerleading is a big commitment, and it takes up a lot of your time. Yeah, it takes up a lot of your time, and the one thing that people depend on you. You can't just be like, oh guys, I'm busy, I can't come today, I've got like work to do, because you're letting down your stunt group and you're letting down your team. When someone doesn't show up, it means you can't progress. That means those three other people can't progress, and you're just holding people back, and you don't want to be letting people down. Also, you probably will train, especially in uni cheer, probably like twice a week. they need, you know, you're learning a lot of skills and they need you to learn, so you probably train twice a week and then maybe 3 times coming up to competition. So it is a big commitment, you know, it takes up a lot of your time, and you sometimes even have to put in extra practice like around those when you need extra training, or you might need to go to the gym or something like that, you know, to build up that stamina and stuff. So a big commitment. So if you don't want a sport that takes a bit of commitment, lots of practice, then maybe cheerleading isn't for you. I love that cheerleading is quite an intense activity, but you might not. Like, it is wearing on your body. You are going to feel sore, you know, you have to be aware that your body will ache sometimes, but you just get used to it. But there is also, you may get injured, and like, you know, these can be like serious, like you may get like a serious injury. Like, I don't know many cheerleaders that haven't had some kind of injury, but you just love it. I just love it anyway. I've been injured and I've still come back for more, so. But yeah, be aware you can get like quite seriously injured in cheerleading. There is a risk of that, because we are doing, you know, the flyers are twisting and you're doing tumbles and stuff like that. So injuries are a factor in part of cheerleading, or a risk of cheerleading. Oh yeah, this is a thing, but you still have to go to cheerleading when you're sick. No one really cares. Unless you're like dying, you need to be there. Like, unless you're dying. The amount of times I've gone to cheer sick, people depending on you. You can't just be like, oh guys, I'm sick. You have to be really sick to not go to cheerleading. Really sick. Cheerleading is expensive. Cheerleading is expensive. Like, you'll soon find out cheerleading is expensive. Like, entering competitions isn't cheap. The travel, the hotels, the uniform, the bows, the cheer shoes, and then you probably want a bag. You know, cheerleading can be expensive. Now with uni cheer, not all, but some unis are quite good and help with fundraising, will help, like they give you like funding, or they'll help you to buy your uniforms, not all but some. But then I also found with uni cheer, you know, you do a lot of fundraising together to raise money for your uniforms or your bows, or travelling up to competition. So that's a way you bond, because you all like got the same struggles trying to afford this sport that you love. But yeah, be aware, cheerleading is expensive. It's not cheap. I don't think it's ever going to be cheap. So yeah. And this is mainly for uni cheer. People get stereotyped, and it is the most frustrating and peculiar thing, because people can know you and then they find out you're a cheerleader and they instantly assume that you're like promiscuous, or at least I had that. Like, it used to baffle me. They'd be like, oh well, you clearly like, you're one of them, so you clearly like really promiscuous. And I was like, no, it's not who I am. And I don't like to be stereotyped like that. Like, I'm actually like, and I'm really proud to be a cheerleader. I'm really strong, really dedicated, we're really good at what we do. So, but I found that more at uni, like being a cheerleader at university, a lot of people would stereotype you. It just used to really frustrate me, because I was like, I'm nothing like that. And most cheerleaders, yeah, most people aren't like that at all. So it just used to annoy me. So you may get stereotyped, but you just have to learn to ignore those people who want to, you know, tell you who you are. So just like, whatever, so stupid. Cheerleading was the best experience, like at university. Like, I couldn't imagine not being part of my university team. I would have had so much time. I don't know what I would have done with all my time, for one. But I've just met some of the most amazing people. Some of my best friends today I met at cheerleading. You know, when like we're not the same age, we don't do the same course, some of us weren't even in the same like accommodation, so I would have never have met them, and I just can't imagine not meeting them. Like, cheerleading brought me some of them, yeah, my best friends, some of the best memories that I've had, and I'm still friends with those people today. It was bridesmaid and one of my friends I met at cheerleading's weddings, yeah, this year. So for me, cheerleading was the best experience. And like, I love all-star cheer, but university cheer is just like on a different level. I think because you go through many ups and downs together, and you're way more involved in like what competitions you go to, and you have more of a say, so you feel more part of it, you feel more involved, and you're just bonded. Like, anyone who's done university cheer will tell you that you feel so like, I don't know, you just miss it. Like, when you leave, you're like, oh my god, leaving my team, I love you guys so much. And yeah, so I've gone on for a little bit, but these are the pros and cons of uni cheer. If you have any pros and cons that you think I've missed, please comment them below, and because it'd be interesting to hear what you guys think as well. But that is it. I'm obsessed with Nietzsche. I love it. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you next time.